All right, welcome back to the Call of Duty Ghosts Season 3 playoffs here at the new Columbus MLG Arena. I am Maven, joined by the ever-handsome and brilliant Benson.
Best intro ever.
I know. I try incredibly hard. I practice those in front of the mirror, too. So.
You do?
Yeah.
I mean, you nailed it. 10 out of 10.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Hey, anytime.
Well, if you have been sleeping, possibly enjoying a meal, we are in the losers bracket finals. Noble was able to take game number 1. This will be a best of 5. Warhawk S&D is the next game up. And again, we mentioned before the break, they just played this against Envy. They looked really strong. It did go to 11 rounds, but they are certainly good on that map.
Oh, yeah. They played so well. You know, having TP just basically break down everything they were doing was so useful. So.
I could listen. Casting with him or Beyond Analysis is amazing.
Because,
you know, our jobs can be hard at times when it's two casters. We're running through, we're all hyped up, we're talking fast. With TP, I'm just like, so TP, what would you do here? And then I can
well, I'll go get a drink, I'll put the kettle on.
He talks about everything. It's fantastic. The kettle on.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that one.
I did.
I try. But yeah, Warhawk, Search and Destroy. How do you see this one panning out? Are you saying Noble taking this and they're going to have a 2-0 in the series? Then, of course, it would go to an Octane Blitz, which I think most wanted again, simply because of how we saw the other day.
But we saw
Sovereign Dom?
What was it? I think it was Noble we watched on Sovereign Dom that crushed yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
So this I don't think it's looking that good for Most Wanted. Even though I think they're the better team, I do not think this matchup map-wise looks good for them.
Well, key play matchup in the Search and Destroy, Chino versus Classic. Of course, the stats reflect where both these two teams have played each other. A 1.48 KDR. Right there in S&D for Chino. That is huge, as opposed to just a 1.00 for Classic. 41% plant ratio as well, and 24% first blood ratio for Chino. So he really is doing everything right there for his team. Oh, yeah, those numbers are remarkable as we get the shot there at Chino in the booth. And one thing I really like about this team, they've got a lot of hype. You know, you got Cinder. Remember, I'm trying to think, I think it was UMG Dallas, where Cinder was in the tournament. He got knocked out. He tried to come over and cast the series. And he lost his voice.
He couldn't even speak.
Yep, that's him every single event.
Yeah, he gets fired up, gets ready. You need a hype guy like a Clayster. Those guys bring so much to the team. But here we'll take a look. It is going to be Search and Destroy Warhawk. You know, we've told you the strengths of these teams. We're waiting for one more player to load in so we can actually get started here. And I believe Classic just got in at the last second, so we should be good to go.
Well, anyone in particular you want to get on board with first? I'm thinking potentially Spacely. He is going to be the bomb carrier.
Spacely and Slacked, Slacked was crushing all weekend, so he's been one of my top 5 players really of the tournament. But we will kick things off. It looks like we're going to be a cuddle here. You saw the smokes down. Spacely at the white truck. We talk so much about the white truck. It's just a scary head glitch for any team.
It really is already, but Slacked and Classic getting a couple of kills, and that's going to leave just 2 Noble players alive. Spacely immediately decides, hey, perfect time for me to jump on this bomb, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Has Huddle in support, and he may actually just get the Shaman Oracle mode off, and you can see exactly what he's seeing, and there is the player Slasher peeking around the corner, and Huddle picking up that kill. Now Miyagi, 1 versus 4 with a sniper rifle. Get ready to scream if it happens, Maeve.
Yeah, that would be some tricky stuff, for sure. So he does get lit up by Classic, and is Classic shooting bodies?
I think he was teabagging as well.
Yes.
Complimentary teabagging going on there.
Well, we're going to see. You saw Slacked yesterday when he was getting fired up. He was shooting bodies. He was teabagging. He was trying to get in the other team's head. And you'll see the players do this, and at times it can be very effective. But we'll see if they can keep this up. First round is going to go to the crew of Most Wanted. Classic, great job in that first one, able to pick up 2 kills. Now, one thing worth mentioning about this map, we talk it is the only, I mean, I don't know if it's in Call of Duty history, it might be, the only offense-based favored map.
Yeah, it's very, very unusual to have that. Normally, you know, people say, oh, S&D is better, but then that's what makes it so interesting. You know, go back to that last game with Envious. You know, you had those 1v1s which Merc had, and it was like, well, did he really want to get the kill in that situation?
Exactly.
Because
it's just a weird thing to talk about. Like, start shooting the stars.
Right. It's very, very interesting. We've seen that a lot throughout this past year as the game has sort of changed and evolved. But no, we're getting 2 kills down. That's Classic and Huddle.
Here comes the pick. Is he going to get him before it gets down? The bullets are coming in. He's not taking any damage. I think he was actually covered by his teammate. He was able to pick one up. 2 down right now for Most Wanted. Can Slasher pick this up and make it a 3v1? He can. Slack, last alive. He does have 2 kills to his name. He did see 1. Can he win this gunfight?
Well, he just saw someone's feet. I don't think he's going to be able to pick that kill up. He's taking his time, makes his way towards that mid-road. Miyagi, Slasher, and Sender all alive for Noble. It's not looking good, and Sender cleans him up. And that's going to tie up the Search and Destroy 1 round apiece.
Yeah, this one's definitely, it has potential to go the distance. Most Wanted, a strong team. We've talked about how great they've been all weekend. This would be what their if they lost, it's their second, third place in a row, but a chance to finish in the
Right.
top two, which is great back-to-back events for a team that formed, a couple weeks into the Season 3 league, and they had to battle back from an 0-8 record or whatever it was. So fantastic stuff. Who do you want to kick it off on the offense side with this?
Now, I want to look at Slacked right now. He's 2-1. Spacey, of course, is going to be the bomb carry, but Slacked with the more favorable spawn should be the more aggressive player, but a teammate has just completely blitzed and overtaken him. It's going to be Huddle. Pulls out that thermal. Is he going to be able to get any luck? But there's a player just right next to him. Is he going to get the pick? He does. So nicely played. That was going to be on Sender.
That was an interesting wall bang.
Yeah, gets a little bit lucky there with that last bullet, potentially hitting him through the wall, but it's a 4 versus 3, and already Noble has to try and make some plays.
All right, we'll keep eyes. He's going to be covering the bomb carrier right now. I think that bomb probably rotated kind of into post, but he's going to get picked as he tries to get in there. Great stuff by Slasher, shutting down the plant. We have a 3 versus 3, but the bomb is down. I think, did they manage to pick that up?
No, it's still down on that B-bomb, so Huddle is going to have to try and work with Classic and Select to try and make something happen. Huddle, let's have a look at his perspective. He's going to get shut down there by Chino. Classic going to be making his way around the flank. He's going to turn, and oh, wow, Miyagi turns at the perfect time. That's going to be Slacked in a 1 versus 2 against Chino and Miyagi.
Yeah, he had a 1v3 before, now a 1v2, but the bomb is down. He's going to have to try and get that. He's putting shots through. That player actually moved into loading. They're both really around the bomb site and loading here. He's just got to pick up one, try and jump on the second. I thought for an instant they might line up perfectly
for a double kill. That would have been absolutely nasty, but it was not the BC. Miyagi just peaks at the right time. Picks up the kill. That's going to be his 3rd kill of the Search and Destroy. And of course, Noble now 2-1 into the lead, winning their defensive rounds. Nicely played from Noble.
This is scary right now for Most Wanted. Again, Noble. They were the Cinderella story. We talked about they made it in the last night of the COD League. Right. No one really knew what to expect. They snuck in at the number 7 seed. Most Wanted. Well, it's kind of funny actually. We have the 7-8 seed right now.
7-8 seed right now. Yeah.
Interesting. Playing it for a top 3.
Yep. Very, very interesting.
We have we have the NBA, the number 1.
Yeah, so that was consistent.
And then the 7 and the 8 left battling here in the losers bracket. That's wild.
Thank you, Envy, for being consistent. That's always good. I feel like it kind of should have maybe put them in my bracket.
Maybe. But yeah. You had them dropping a phase, I think, right?
Yeah, I did. That's some crazy results this event, but of course we'll be recapping that all throughout next week, no doubt. But for now, we will be continuing this losers bracket game. Of course, Most Wanted versus Noble. Noble are 2-1 in the lead. We're looking at Slasher's screen. That's a big kill on Classic. That's going to level the playing field at 3 players apiece. Still alive. Slasher looking for another kill. Is he going to be able to get it? Yes, he is with the thermal. That was Huddle. And now Spacely and Slacked have a lot of work to do, Maeve.
He controls that thermal so well. You know how much it jumps. And he just looks incredibly smooth. We're watching Spacely here on the white truck. There's player to his right. Oh, he catches him, though.
Oh, wow.
Able to pick up one. 2v2, 13 seconds left on the clock. Not really going to be time here to work any kind of diffuses. Yeah, he's right. He's shooting this guy.
He's going to get the kill. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what we're talking about. Exactly what we were talking about earlier on. You don't necessarily want to get the kills, but in that situation, it's kind of amusing because for those of you can't leave it. You can't leave him to just defuse the bombs. Well, you have to kill him.
For those of you at home that maybe aren't aware, this is it's best of 11.
Yes,
it's first to 6, and if it goes to that round 11, the team with the most kills will be on defense. So that's what we're talking about there. That's the reason he isn't shooting back. You don't want to pick up kills in that scenario unless you can win the round potentially with a clutch. Right. No reason to pick up kills whatsoever.
Just put your gun in the air, start spraying, and run around in circles. Give the other team the kill. It simply is not worth it. As already 2 players go down. Center with a big 2-piece there on both Classic and Spacey. We're on.
Oh, did you see the shadow there? I think he saw for a second. Slacked able to pick up 1. 2 down for either side. Slasher actually going to be last alive right now versus Huddle and Slacked. We'll see if he can clutch this 1v2. Tons of time on the clock, but they are both getting ready to get set up around America. And they're actually just holding kind of left side, though. Is there a rotation coming?
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, Huddle has the bomb in hand, actually. So it looks like they are going to have a gunfight at any second now. As Slasher,
I don't know if Slasher really has any.
I think he may be rotating
for him right now,
Yeah, I think he's going to go quickly check that B site. Meanwhile, Huddle and Slacked, well, I mean, you can see these guys have got the tent up, roasting some marshmallows right now. They have no intention of moving whatsoever before finally they make their way towards this A bomb site. 35 seconds left, and, well, Slasher, that was very quick checking, and he's going to go back again, and if he gets lucky here, he could be able to pick one up. Maybe no bomb goes down. He has to immediately look towards America. He's going to clean up one. Can't Slasher find the second. The pre-fire is going to be there. He looks back towards American. Peeks back out, and Slasher with a 1 versus 2 clutch. That's his 6th kill, and he is going to hop on that defuse. But sadly, there's going to be a bomb glitch. He's not going to be able to get that defuse. That's going to be 4 rounds to 1, though, in favor of Noble.
What a ridiculous clutch there. Wow, that was fantastic stuff. But time, like we said, we're going to have a restart here. getting just a second. You're getting a shot of the players. Shouldn't be too long before we can get it going again, but that slasher was just ridiculous. But we do have the analysis crew, Puckett, with the guys ready to go.
All right, thank you, Maven. I'm here with Study and Mr. Karma, the two-time world champion. Now, guys, something interesting there we saw in the previous round before we had the glitch. A player just walked up and went to defuse the bomb, basically just sacrificing himself. How big is that offensive round if it goes to round 11?
Warhawk is just basically an offensive map. Basically, if you don't win offense on Warhawk, you're doing obviously something wrong. It's so easy to take control of one side of the map, and just, especially the B-bomb site, they have to either charge you from the front or full flank you. There's no way to possibly stop it. So just giving them the kills for the offense is a really smart play.
Karma, how long have you been playing against Slasher? I feel like a lot of people on Twitter are saying, who is this guy? He's